Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining. Please ignore the hair. This is how I curl my hair. And I love YouTube because I can just show up as I am in my house, do my daily routines, and I can just come and sit here and appreciate music with you guys. So, yeah. So we're going to be reacting to a artist that I've never heard before, and this was requested by Andrew. So thank you so much, Andrew, for sending a request through and for your support. If anybody else does have any of the requests, there is a link in my description for you to send them through. But apparently it is a Icelandic band, and the song was called Vaka, and the artist is Sigur. So I'm very excited about this. I love discovering new artists from different parts of the world. So let's go for it. If I look down, I'm just taking notes. I'm not on my phone. You saw. Guys, wow, I was just wondering what that noise was at the end. Yeah, that was deep. That was very deep. And I don't actually know what it was about, but I felt the depth. And I have some assumptions of what it could be about, but I don't want to assume. And obviously they were singing in English as well, so I will look at the lyrics in a second. But one thing I will do really like about this song was the intensity of it. I feel like it was almost like very painful, but very uplifting at the same time. And I think that was the use of the instruments. You know, the violin, that was just like, it was making my hair stand up, the violin. And then the singing alongside the violin, it was just very, you know, that kind of stuff. And it was just very uplifting. But obviously, what made me feel a bit uneasy, and I think that's probably the whole kind of intention behind the video and the song, is to make people feel or see something that makes them feel a little bit uncomfortable, but then that kind of motivates them to look deeper and ask questions. Obviously the start where the kids were sort of being like judged, this is how I interpreted it as a first-time viewer that doesn't know about the band, that doesn't know about maybe the political context or the societal context or the context of the video, but I saw them, obviously the kids were being like judged by their ears. Like, I don't know, it looked like that's what was going on. They were being judged and like scaled on like what they look like, which seems kind of similar to something that happened in the past. I don't want to assume. And then obviously the masks and all the ash around them, it was like giving like natural disaster, you know, bad people trying to take over the world type thing. And like, yeah, and the hurt that's left on the kids, you know, it's always the generation that's to come that's the one that are hurt from whatever bad is going on in the world. And I think that's, you know, I think if the video had adults in it that were in that situation, obviously it would be like, it would make you feel uneasy, but I don't think it would make you feel as uneasy as seeing kids who are in a school, you know, who are naturally just happy and youthful and like vibrant, being like put down. I don't think that would probably have the exact same effect if it was adults. Obviously it still would, but it's like more impactful and more like, oh, kind of makes you feel uneasy, the fact that it's kids. So that was interesting. And it was very slow. The whole video was just slow. Like, it was all in pretty much slow motion, a lot of it apart from the beginning. You know, and it was just very... And the kids were kind of going out, you know, to play outside, but it was like all ash. And like the snowman that was meant to be white and like of snow, it's just turned dark and with ash, you know. It's quite deep, man. It was a deep song, so I'm gonna have a look at the lyrics because I don't know if I was hearing. You sat along the fire, you saw the light. You're so in love, you've suffered long. You're so alone. You sat along the fire, you saw the light. So it's pretty much you shine no more, you're not here, you hear no more, you're not here. This is a deep song, man. Like, I really want to look at the context of this because I have my assumptions of what it could be. But obviously I don't really know much about Iceland and like the political and societal things that happened or are happening in Iceland. So I just want to know. And Andrew, if you know, feel free to comment down below. Okay, so named after the drummer. Okay, so it's Vaka is the name of the drummer's daughter in the band. The song is known for its slow burn, melancholic post-rock sound featuring bowed guitar, piano and Volenska Icelandic vocals, creating a mournful, definitely mournful, atmospheric experience often associated with loss or cold, barren landscapes. Definitely picked up on that. The song is sung in Volenska. Oh, okay. I feel like I was hearing English, but maybe not. I don't know. It made up of languages of emotive sounds. Definitely emotive sounds with all that. For sure. It merges English and Icelandic phonetic structures. Designed to allow listeners to interpret their own meaning. Musical style, mournful, cold. Yeah, the piano solo was really beautiful. I think that it was the instrumental for me that was like, whoa. But I really want to understand the context of this song. Meaning. Okay, so we have a little bit here. So, music video interpretation. The music video, directed by Floria Sigismondi, features children in a post-apocalyptic snow-covered landscape wearing gas masks. It presents a dark, emotive, atmospheric scene that aligns with the song's intense emotional tone. So it's a little bit ambiguous. There's nothing that they wanted to necessarily directly communicate, but I feel like it touches on some interesting topics and kind of brings back situations that have happened. That's the interpretation I got. I think if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I don't really want this channel to become too political or to talk about things that, you know, I just want it to be the love of music. But obviously music has the power to speak on the times and to make people question and make people think deeper and look deeper into things as well. But obviously I'd love to know if anybody is from Iceland or anybody knows a bit more about this band, Andrew, or anybody else. I'd love to know like some facts about Iceland, and like this is an older song. Yeah, 2003. So yeah, I'd just love to know a little bit more context, because I got a lot from that, just from looking at it without even interpreting it or looking at the lyrics or looking at the interpretation. And it was really deep, man. I think it definitely made you feel something. I think that's the aim of music, is to make you feel something, whether it's to make you feel uneasy and to make you question and to make you think, what is this trying to say? What is this trying to show us? And then the music video is there to enhance that feeling and provide some level of context, and that definitely did it for me. But then the beauty of it is also it left a lot open to interpretation, and it was quite ambiguous in the specific message it was displaying or communicating, which I think is good. I think it allows people to put their own meaning onto it, and obviously them having writ it and them having produced it and made the video, they probably had their own thoughts and interpretations and the deeper meaning of it. But as listeners and as viewers, we can put our own interpretation, and we can relate it to whatever happened in our lives, whatever happened in the world. And I think that's the beauty of music and art, is that we can all put our interpretation of it, even if it's something personal from the artist and something that they've shared with us about them or about their thoughts, their perceptions of the world, etc. We can still add our own. So I like that, and I think that this song definitely demonstrates that. So yeah, so thank you so much, Angie, for requesting this. I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, definitely made me feel deeply, so that's always good. But yeah, anyone else has any other requests, there is a link in my description box for you to send those through. If you like the vibe I create with my reaction videos, you like the way that I analyse music, feel free to like and subscribe. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you guys wanting to spend time, and until next time, bye.